Welcome back, guys, to ConFABBIElation Corner. Today we have
Cameron Bangert
from
HeirsFTY Clothing.
So I'm going to be interviewing him today, asking him a couple questions. So first question is, first of all, talk about your brand a little bit.
So HeirsFTY Clothing is a brand that represents the youth. It's meant to stand for the youth, culture of the youth. It's birthed out of the idea of streetwear. Mainly though, changing streetwear into something that is more purposeful. In this case, it's about creating foundations for the youth to give them educational resources like music studios, art supplies, study rooms, a textbook library so they can learn different subjects at their own will in their own time. Want it to be 24/7, so like that's all far down the line, but right now it's about creating the clothing line that really embraces youth culture.
But you made a bold step and a bold choice to start your own clothing line. How was that in an atmosphere where it was very opposite of that?
So I think with like a lot of choices that people make, like you make the choice and then you eventually go through it and you figure out whether or not it's right or wrong for whatever reasons, and then you can reflect on that and grow from that. So it really just came out of me knowing that I wanted to do something business oriented, me always loving clothing and fashion and streetwear and being big in the skateboarding scene when I was young. I don't really fully know how it came all together. I really woke up one day, it was January, our freshman year, and I woke up and I just was like, HeirsFTY, like clothing brand, foundation, and then it kind of just exploded. So
like to see now, like what, almost 3 years later? No, 2 years later.
Not even 2 years later. I mean, it's been a year and 2 months.
No, has it 2017? Or was it 2018?
Yeah,
Second semester freshman
I actually
year.
Started the brand.
Yeah. But just talking about it and like seeing it manifest, like it's really cool.
One of my friends was like, dude, like you've done a lot, like stop stressing out, take a week or two to like relax and chill, because
for sure.
My sleep, my eating, if I can save money eating bread.
Any extra money goes to the business. I like that though.
I mean everything. I mean I have a part-time job right now, so all my money from that goes
here too. That's commitment. So why did you choose to cater to the youth? Do you feel like you have a responsibility to look after the next generation and prepare the way for them?
Yeah, extremely. Especially because I mean a lot of it came from my experiences with education, my friends' experiences, watching other people, watching my sisters, their friends, at all levels, elementary through high school, and just seeing what people learned, what people were saying, how even adults really value what you're learning objectively at that age, and how much of it is considered to be like useless or you won't use it in your life and all those things. And that just, it's eaten at me my whole life. And so when I started the brand, really thinking about like how could I best help the youth, I mean it's the number one thing that is not funded in the way it could be, not supported in the way it could be. It's not a hot topic seat because it's not controversial. Most people agree that it needs to change and it needs to get better, but it doesn't, because there isn't a large wave pushing for that change. Knowing that when you graduate high school, when you graduate college, whenever you actually step out into that real world, there's so many options, so much information coming in constantly. And we kind of put up these walls that prevent the youth from having all that at a younger age. And I've never understood why. I mean, if you're not taking care of the generation that's coming after you,
the future,
then how can you respect and be thankful for the one that came before you?
So true. Or some of your struggles that you experienced starting and you didn't expect to, encounter.
I guess where to start and where to go. And I think that's also part of what came so much to my attention, like really wanting to start that foundation, is because I think that could be a start for kids figuring out what direction to go with it, figuring out how to do these certain things. I think there was a lot of challenges in terms of just figuring out what direction I wanted to go with, because I more wanted to jump in. I didn't really want to plan first, because I feel like a lot of the time what happens with people planning is that actually starting becomes the hardest part for them. Whereas if you just get that out of the way, then all the planning and all the things that you find fun as, somebody with a business mindset, wanting to have your hand in many different buckets. Like you want to be in the marketing side, the accounting side of it, you want to be designing it, you want to be pushing it, you want to be at pop-ups, you want to do all of it. So I think really just figuring out how to start. I see this as the rest of my life. I mean, 5 years, 10 years from now, the brand will still be just starting. It won't be until, I want to say the first foundation is built, but like I feel like that's also still the start. Like that's the start of the brand really becoming what it's supposed to.
I look at it in terms of phases, like you know. So you'll be starting that next phase, but at least you're gonna finish.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, definitely. So but like the phase that counts as like this is it. Like I'm actually doing it now. Like that's when it will really be for me. For a generation which is so wrapped up in the idea of spending, and actually just having objects, I think it's important for there to be not just an end of the line. Like you buy it, business gets the money, that's that. Okay, what can that business do for people? Like you can help people, like, and I think there's a lot of people that would want to do that and support businesses like that. I think there's a big trend moving towards people supporting businesses that have purposes. So I think streetwear is definitely a place where it needs it. Because there's such big hype around streetwear.
And now more than ever too.
Yeah, and the amount of money in the industry, like it is a great thing that has so much potential, and people are like, streetwear is gonna die. Yeah, it is. If we keep it living on just hype. If there's something to hold it up, if there's a reason it's standing on that hype. Like, okay. This one, like that painting, I mean, I only made 10 of these. So, yes, that's also partly because I only have so much money, but even when I do have a lot of people supporting the brand, thousands of people supporting the brand, I'm still only going to make a few of them because I want there to be that hype. I want there to be that aftermarket value where kids can resell and learn business at that smaller scale. Like, there's so many good benefits to having hype, but it is fragile. It's only hype because of, that celebrity wore it. That celebrity. But also, what does the brand do? That's how it can give a real root into stability. Next 5 years, probably an apartment just like this with a slightly nicer, more aesthetic studio, nicer clothing, better quality, hotter designs, better designs. More diversification. So my thing with the word entrepreneur is I still will not call myself an entrepreneur. I just don't like to. I don't think until I can survive fully off of the fruits of my labor and my brand, until my brand is my only source of income, I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm not an entrepreneur just because I started something. I'm an entrepreneur because I built something, and now that something is me. Or one, like if that fails, I won't fail because I can take lessons and go on to other things. But I mean, I think entrepreneurs are people that can survive without having to work. And I mean, until I have to do that, I say another thing, because people really listen to words, and I like to be clear about that. When I say work, I don't see my brand as work. Like for me, my brand is play. My brand is escape from school. My brand is escape from having to go to the gym. My brand is escape from homework and exams and social commitments. just like all those things. The brand is the escape. So that's the play for me. So the work is, make that clear in case it isn't throughout the editing process.
Thanks for that. Well, that was all the questions I had for you. Thank you so much, and we hope to see bigger things for your brand.
From the both of them.
Of course. Support each other out here. Yes. Well, they're ready for that, though. Thank you so much, Cam. You guys be sure to follow him, support his work. He's only bringing better and bigger stuff. So.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you.